Are you aiming for a Band 8 in IELTS speaking? If so, this video interview is going to help you an awful lot. I mean lots. So keep watching. Hello, this is Keith from the YouTube channel English Speaking Success and the website The Keith Speaking Academy, helping you speak better English, give better answers and getting a higher score on IELTS speaking. In today's video, I'm sharing with you an IELTS speaking success story. Okay, this is an interview with a student who followed one of my courses, the IELTS Speaking Success Get a Band 7 Plus, and she managed to get a Band 8 on her IELTS speaking and a Band 8 overall for IELTS. Her name is Duo. She's from Shanghai in China. And in this interview, she talks about how she prepared for IELTS. And to be honest, Duo shares some amazing tips and techniques that I think are really good for preparing for speaking and how to practice speaking. We also talk a bit about her life now. She's living in the UK and how she's adapting to the culture, looking for work, some interesting information. And at the very end, she shares her tips for you to help you also get a Band 8 in your IELTS speaking. I think you'll love this. Let's go straight in and find out more from Duo. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Nice to meet you. Very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. Yeah, nice to meet you too. Thank you so much for joining me. This is great.
Thank you for having me.
That's brilliant. Duo, is that right? Should I call you Duo?
Well, the way I pronounce it is Duo because it's from Mandarin.
Tell me where you're from originally.
So as you can see, I'm from China. So I was based in Shanghai before I came to the UK.
Ah, very beautiful. Well, a very beautiful and busy city, right?
It is manic.
Yeah. And you're living in which city now in England?
In London. I'm based in London now.
Fantastic. And what are you doing there?
So actually, I did my master in London last year. It's last year, the year before, because I did most of my master online actually, and I came to London last May when it just starting to open up.
Yep.
Now I'm still living in London and looking for a job right now.
So I'd like to ask you about IELTS. Why did you take the IELTS test?
Well, apparently because I need to come to the UK, right? I need to apply for university, so I need to IELTS.
Yeah. Right.
Which is a must.
And did you do the test in the UK or in Shanghai?
Back in China, in Shanghai, and I did it online because during COVID, and then there was a time when there's only online test, so you can only do online test at a time. Right.
And how did you do in the test?
How did I do?
Yeah, what did you get? What was your score?
So overall score is 8.
Yeah.
And speaking is 8.
Wow.
Listening and reading is 8.5. Thank you.
Well done, you.
My
well
writing, 6.5.
Gosh, writing, right, is the one that gets so many people.
I find it so hard. I don't know, maybe because I didn't put too much input in it.
So tell us a little bit about how you prepared for IELTS.
Oh, yeah. So I think 2 years ago when I was planning to take IELTS, and then it was the first phase of lockdown in China because the COVID just happened, right? So I just went on YouTube, and then I think I searched for IELTS speaking because I think I really need some help in my speaking part. So yeah, but the funny thing is when I type in IELTS speaking, and then the first one that pop out from the YouTube page is your channel. Yeah, I think that was called IELTS Speaking Success.
It used to be called IELTS Speaking Success. Yeah, it then changed to English Speaking Success. But yes.
Yeah. Yeah, so I started to watch your video. And then I found it really helpful and really inspiring. So I went to search your homepage and went through all the videos one by one. It was really helpful.
Right, right.
So you were my best company during COVID.
Right. And to learn English and for speaking as well.
Yeah,
Right. And
yeah.
and how did it help you?
How did it help me? I think your videos themselves, well, let me put it the other way. So I think basically what you provided is more than everything that English teacher can provide, because you not only tell us what this speaking test is about and what the criteria of assessment is and how you can prepare to different parts. Like part one, there's some tips and tricks, right? And in part two, you gave us a lot of model answers. And also you not only give us model answer, you teach us how to think of ideas, vocabulary, idioms, right?
Right.
And during all the videos, you gave us a lot of like pronunciation tips, like synonyms, sorry, right? These are really helpful. I still remember very clearly because I didn't notice that the importance of idiom before
Right.
I watched a video.
Right.
After I took the test, I feel like the main reason I got 8 was because, firstly, because I could speak English like fluently. The other reason I think is I use a lot of idioms properly, which is from your video.
Right.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. I think I mean, it's interesting. I think idioms are important, but what's really hard is to use the right one in a natural way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So the way I do it is after watching your video, I'll do one thing very particular. I don't just jot down the notes. Every day I'll do like a reflection video.
Right.
Like I'll ask myself a few questions. Like, what's the takeaway from this class? And what do I find challenging? For example, if I'm watching a video about idiom, like I remember you gave us a list of different idioms of expressing feelings, like being happy. Yeah, like over the moon. And then I'll try to use it in my reflection video. Like I'll make a context and to just use it in my speaking.
That's
because
amazing.
I think, sorry. Because watching your video is really helpful. There's so much information, so much knowledge in the video. So I feel like if I really want to improve my fluency and to use it, I need to put it in practice. So the best way I find it is to make a video or just record it and then listen it back. Because compare what I said with your model answer, there's so much, you still can hear so much gap. Like sometimes the pronunciation, sometimes the fluency, sometimes grammar. Yeah. So you can always find somewhere to improve.
Great. I think that's fantastic. I mean, so you're making a short video, recording yourself, practicing the language, and then you're going back and listening again and checking it.
Yeah. Brilliant. And it also is very relatable to your video because I think you need to practice like very specific to the topics.
Yeah. I'm not surprised you've been so successful. I mean, that is a great learning strategy. That's really, really good.
Thank you. I think you told us, like in the first video I watched, you were saying don't just sit back. You
That's
need to
right.
pause at the time. If you want to take notes, if you want to just repeat up to you.
Fantastic. So you did your IELTS, you got your 8, you've gone to England, you're now in London, and you said you're looking for work at the moment, right?
Yeah.
How is the job market for you in London at the moment?
I can only speak for education industry because I'm specifically looking for being either Mandarin teacher or teaching assistant in the school. So I must say it's not that easy because it really depends on the opening. Sometimes it's not because you are not eligible, it's because the school itself is just not available. Yeah. It has no opening. So I need to wait for the right timing.
It's interesting. Did you find it difficult to adapt to a new country like England?
I wasn't that surprised when I came to the UK.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, there's some culture shock moment, like you'll find people doing things differently. But because before I came to the UK, I've watched loads of YouTuber like you, so I know how people behave. And then, yeah, but I think when you really interact with people here, with local people, then yeah, there are some moments that you feel like, wow, this is so inspiring. Because I like meeting new people. I like to find out like how different people do different things.
Yeah, that's great. I can tell you're very curious. You're very gregarious, very engaging.
Thank you. Gregarious. That's a word I learned from your vocabulary list.
So it's in my video. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I'd also like to ask Dor any tips or suggestions you would give other students now who may be watching this and are preparing for IELTS. What tips would you give?
Okay, so because I watch your video mainly for improve my speaking, so I think for people who are watching the video, always find a way that works for yourself. Like for me, I know what my weakness is. For example, because I'm not in an English-speaking country, I'm not exposed to that much English-speaking people. So I need to create an environment that gives me opportunity to practice. And you need to find a way that it's not boring. You can do it all the time. Yeah. So sometimes I talk to myself like about my daily life, what I did, and how I feel, like in a daily, like not vlog, like you can record yourself. Yeah. And some people, or for me, I find it really useful, like every time, like just recording, reflecting on your videos. Because I think your video just sometimes it's half an hour. And then even though I took an hour to watch your video and take notes, but that's not enough because I need to output, right? So I'll definitely some time to process it, to digest it using your specific way. Like you can just create sentences. You can just have a conversation with yourself about what you learned in the video and what you want to improve. I think the main thing is to know where you are in IELTS speaking at first.
Right.
And then find out which way helps you the most. And also the thing I find really, really helpful is after doing recording, you also need a professional teacher to correct you, because practicing alone is not that helpful. Well, it is helpful. It's not like, because practicing makes you fluent, right? Yeah. Improve your fluency. But if you really want to smash the language, use the right words, and also like pronounce every single word correctly, you need a native speaker. Yeah. You need a professional teacher who know IELTS well to help you.
Great advice. I think having a teacher to give you feedback and correction really helps you on that course, right? Yeah,
because you will know next time when you are asked a question, asked a topic, you know what to improve. It's not just speaking.
Yeah. And I love that you talk about personalizing your learning, finding something that works for you, that a way of studying that you like and that suits your style. I think it's so important because there's no one perfect way to study.
Yeah.
Right? Everyone works in different ways, and spending some time to find the best way for you is great. It's good.
Enjoy the process of learning English, because taking IELTS is not the end of learning English. It's just a starting point. That's why I'm still watching the video. I think even though I'm living in England, now I'm exposed to English-speaking people, but I still want to find a systematic course help me to improve my pronunciation, vocabulary, specifically.
Absolutely. I mean, your English is fantastic, and I do think it's a lifelong investment, right? Yeah. The same for me learning languages. Even though you're at a band 8, you can still get better and better, and spending time to improve as well. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's brilliant. Well, those are some really, really useful tips and ideas for other students who may be watching this to help them and learn. Thank you very, very much for those.
Thank you for all the help you've given along the journey.
Well, listen, do stay in touch. And, it's
Yeah.
great to hear from you. Thank you very much for doing
Thank
this
you.
video and sharing your time with everybody. I think that's really, really useful.
Stay in touch. Take care.
All right.
See
Thank
you
you.
soon.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Now, I hope that was useful for you. A big thank you to Dor for sharing that with us, and a big thank you to you for watching as well. If you want to know more about the course that Dor followed, there's a link below. Just follow it to find out about the IELTS Speaking Success Get a Band 7 Plus course. If you want to improve the way that you're practicing your speaking skills and preparing for IELTS speaking, I have a free training video for you with PDF as well. All you have to do is click on the link below, look for the free webinar training, and you can register for free. And I think this technique or this system is going to really change the way that you practice and help you take your speaking skills up to the next level. Hopefully a level 8 or a band 8. That's the plan. Go and check it out below. Free webinar training, and I will see you there. Take care, my friends. Bye-bye.